there's been something that God revealed to me a few weeks ago, and He wanted me not to talk about it or not to share it until He released me. Well, He's been dealing my heart that it's time, but also I kind of wanted to see if anybody else was going through it. So when I post this morning, is anybody else going through a time of testing? I had no idea it was going to have 400 something likes on it right off the bat. Apparently, He is ready for me to tell you what kind of was revelation. Now, this is common sense. This is common sense. When I tell you this, it's going to be like, I know that, but do we know it? And do we do it? I've been praying for this message. I pray that it has nothing to do with me at all. Nothing to do with me. And that whatever, if you're watching this right now, then you were meant to watch it. And that whatever God wants to say to you through it, that He does. That you know is for you personally and what you're supposed to do with it. When we are going through a time of testing, a time of being attacked, whether it be financial, relationships, spiritually, or whatever, any kind of test we're going through, let's put it in earthly. What He showed me is that during time of testing, we're not allowed to talk. The teacher does not allow us to talk, right? When you take a test at school, you don't talk. It don't matter what you want to say. It don't matter if you want to say my pencil's broken or whatever. There are certain tests that you do not talk. You don't talk. A few weeks ago, someone screenshotted my Facebook page, put it up on their public page and said, you need to go block this person. She is a liar. She will come after your business. Just stuff that wasn't no true. First thing I did was retaliate back. A week later, I was posted about in a group that I couldn't defend myself. People were screenshotting and sending it to me. I retaliated back. There was something else that happened I'm not going to discuss. I asked God, what is going on? He said, you're being tested. I know that, but I don't know how to pass it. He said, what do you do during time of the test? You be quiet. So I knew the test was going to come around again. A week later, I get an email from someone that made up an email, didn't even leave their name. It was ugly. It was ugly, but I knew it was a test. And I'm pretty sure I know who it's from, but that don't matter. It don't matter at all. So I didn't say nothing. I didn't post about it. I didn't do nothing about it. The next day, He showed me this huge revelation when it comes to testing. Huge. It was awesome. Now, I believe for a fact I would not have seen that if I didn't stay quiet the night before. Listen what I'm saying. Stay quiet the night before during the test, because we're not allowed. What happens when you talk during a test? What happens? The teacher don't care what you say. You're in trouble. This is what happens when we talk during a test. We come from behind God's covering and we get out here in the open. We start defending ourselves. We start posting about it on Facebook. We start saying, I'm in this situation. I can't get out. The enemy will use anything and everything against you. What is his name? His name is the accuser. So what does he do? He accuses. So once we start talking about this test and we're talking about it, that accuser starts accusing. Yes, you won't get out of that situation. You sure won't. Do you really trust God to get you out of that situation? You say you trust Him, but do you? That's what he does. He is the accuser. That's his job, to accuse. So we step out from behind God's covering, start taking care of it ourselves, start talking about our test. The accuser is able to use it against us. Because remember, anything you say and can will be used against you. When I spoke back and talked back about what these people were saying, I didn't need to. Why did I need to? It wasn't true. I didn't need to say nothing. I got from behind God's covering and started defending myself and lashing back out. So now anything I can say will be used against me. The devil did. And people will. When you're in a test and you keep talking, people will use it too. The devil will send people to use it against you. We have got to get quiet during our test because we're not allowed to talk during a test, right? In school. Now, there is a time of testing. I can remember taking a test with a girl, a friend of mine. It was just me and her. The teacher said, y'all can discuss this with each other. There are times that God will say, you can discuss this with this person. There are times because he does need, we need that spiritual support. But that ain't Facebook and that ain't everybody. And that sure ain't out loud. That's, you and that person are protected by God's covering. That ain't out in the open just to anybody. Okay? So I just want to encourage you. I don't want to go too long. I want to encourage you that if you're going through a test right now, you're going through a time of testing, what are you saying? What are you saying? Because we're not allowed to talk during a test. You fail it and you have to take it again, right? You get in trouble. You say something out loud, the teacher's like, that ain't what you said. That's not what you said. You said this because you're, you know what I'm saying? It's making sense because I'm trying not to go too long. What are you saying during a test? What are you saying? That's what I feel like he really showed to me. Talking during the test. No talking. The teacher's only allowed to talk during the test. God's voice is only allowed to talk during the test. Not mine, not over Facebook, not to everybody. Okay, I hope that helps. I hope it makes sense. I hope it wasn't too long. Okay, bye.